Welcome to Elevation Nation with your hosts Sam Panich and Parker Yablon. Elevation Nation is a community focused on bringing together young adults who are elevating themselves and others every day. Each Thursday, we take 15 minutes to talk about what's going on in the real world and touch on all the great things that Elevation Nation is up to.
What's happening, Elevation Nation? It is June 25th, 2026, and we are back from the road. The tour has just ended, and man, we're feeling elevated, but elevated in a good way, but also elevated that we need to go take some sleep. It's been a lot of time away from our family and friends on the road. Months and months of planning and organizing led to some great moments during this tour, but we are finally done. And so we're going to take a moment of gratitude and reflection, look back on the tour, share some fun memories. But Sam, first, how are you feeling to be back in D.C.? Do you even remember what it looks like down there? I know you've been away for a while.
I do. I slept in today, got a great night's sleep, feeling good, needed it. But I'm bummed, man. I'm sad. I'm grateful beyond belief, but I can't believe that it's already done. And I'm just excited for the next thing, whatever it is that we do. If that's speaking at schools, if that's working on more content. I'm just trying to continue this momentum, and I don't want to stop, and I don't want to slow down, because I think we've really pushed hard this past month, and it's finally all coming to fruition and making sense in my head of where we're going and what we're doing. And so I'm just grateful. It was so much fun. I loved meeting all the staff at the different camps. I loved being on the road with you, Parker, and seeing new parts of the country that I've never seen. It's so beautiful, this country and some of these camps. And lastly, I'm really grateful for these new mentors we've gotten in our lives. Camp directors, camp staff, camp owners who have become friends, and people that we got to talk about life with, entrepreneurship with, camp with. And that to me has been another surprising, beautiful perk of this last camp tour. And I'm really grateful for all those things, and I'm grateful for the time we had together.
Yes, it's cool to think that so much happened and transpired in just 3 weeks. I think for us, if we had one gig in the matter of 6 months, that was our big thing, and we would put it on a pedestal, who we were going to meet, what the impact, the conversations we're going to have. And then obviously when we're on stage with the microphone, it's okay, this is it, this is all we got, looking forward. And now we just had the opportunity not only to go on stages at 9 different camps, but also do different sessions, test some different workshops that we thought were awesome, which was very cool to see come to life. Hang out, play a little bit at camp, to your point, new mentors, and that's what it's all about. So let's recap real quick for everyone, and then we'll break it down, maybe a fun thing that happened or a reminder. We started out the tour first weekend in June with Keshet in Chicago, and I learned quickly that we would experience some travel issues, and that would be a theme throughout the core of our trips. I had a 5-hour flight delay the morning before we were supposed to get to Keshet, getting into the hotel at 2 a.m. when we had to be up at 7 a.m. And so that was very fun, but we got to spend a couple hours with Keshet, which is an organization that puts on programming, camp, school for people with special needs. And so that was really cool to be with that staff, people who really care a lot about giving back to the world and making the world a better place. So it was funny. We were in I almost felt like we were sitting at the Bema giving our presentation. It was great.
I think we were. I think we were
pretty
in
much
the
were.
Synagogue.
We were, at the Bema. I was all right, going to give my Torah portion. But no, this time we're just going to elevate you with our words in English. And then Sam, we went back home, and then went on to Rolling River in Long Island. I know you had some travel issues that day too.
Well, not until we left. Rolling River was great. We always loved going to Rolling River. An incredible family-run camp. They continue to raise the bar when it comes to strategic placement of things in their camp. It's not a typical camp that's in the woods somewhere. This is a day camp in Long Island in a pretty densely populated area. And they have a couple city blocks, maybe one city block. And they just do such a good job of fitting incredible activities into every space. But yeah, we elevated their staff. It was so fun to come back to Rolling River and see some familiar faces. Some of the kids were so excited to see us again, and that made us feel so good. And then, of course, my train got delayed 3 hours, and we didn't have time for me to eat dinner, and I was stuck in a train station in the middle of nowhere, and I couldn't walk and get food, so I ate a really sad melted protein bar. But we got home. And the Knicks won the championship.
You'll never forget, you watched the Knicks championship on a little computer on an Amtrak train, but I heard you got a little bit of a fan party going on the train.
Did.
You had a little posse.
I was yelling and I was crying, and it was beautiful. It was great.
Love it. Okay, so then you went home. I went home. Long day in Rolling River. 4-hour-long sessions. We got home, and then we turned it around. Wednesday was the core. You came back up. Met you. We got a rental car. This is where the bulk of the driving would be done. Started our drive up to the Berkshires with Mackinac. Spent the evening there. Did an evening session in their gymnasium under the lights. It was like different vibe. Dark, cool, good energy. And then we got to do a session in front of a campfire. And I think that was the first of something that we've always wanted to have happen, was do sessions in a vulnerable space on a campfire overlooking a beautiful lake. So good. We slept in a bunk like the old days. Sam got a twin bed. I got a twin bed. We were right across from each other. It was we learned very quickly that we miss our real beds. But we slept through the night, thankfully. Woke up, did another session with them, and then walked out and did another 5-hour drive up to New Hampshire. We got to Camp Winaki, and thankfully we missed tornado warnings. We didn't get much rain. Right when we got there, session starts, pouring rain, like crazy rain, Sam. Thank God we didn't have to drive through that in the middle of nowhere. It would have been bad. So we did 2 sessions up in Winaki, and then the rain stopped. So we're like, all right, we got to go on a little tour. They got a cool island. We went on their boat, which I thought was so cool. And then we headed out towards Robin Hood the same day. And more travel issues. We're 2 minutes away from the camp. Firefighters are saying, hey, you can't go further. You got to turn around. We're like, we're just there. Like, nope, sorry. No one's passing. We had to go 35 minutes around this massive lake.
Why?
What do you mean?
There's a giant tree and power line in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
It's not like they were just saying turn around. There was
a
huge tornado and a huge storm, knocked down a tree and a power line. So yeah, we had to drive all around the lake, but we made it to Robin Hood. Had a great meal with them. Got to see their great dining facility and meet some people in person that we hadn't seen or met in a while, and knocked out an incredible mental fortitude session with them all. It was great. And then we hit the road again, drove about an hour to a hotel in essentially a small college town. I don't even remember what college it was. We were somewhere in New Hampshire.
You forgot to say the little bar we fell into. Like, we were looking for food. There's no place open for food besides this one little bar under like a building.
It was great. Had some chicken wings. Had a well-deserved adult beverage to cap off our very, very long day. Slept in a hotel, which was amazing. Got a great night's sleep. And then that morning, we woke up early, grabbed a banana, grabbed some coffee, hit the road to drive up White Mountain to Camp Walt Whitman to see our dear friend Carolyn and her husband and son. An incredible camp, with just leaders that really invest in their people. Carolyn and her son Walker kicked our ass in pickleball, which was really embarrassing because he's 14.
Yeah, but he's got skills, and we were down, and then we came back. You don't forget that.
We did come back.
Don't forget that we came back. So like we didn't get our ass beat. At first we were, and then we have mental fortitude. So we came back. We realized that it wasn't over. We were down and out, but we come back. Also crazy, we didn't have service for like 10 hours that day because we were literally in the middle of nowhere. And then we left Walt Whitman. It was great. It was so fun. Had some good food. And 10 minutes from Walt Whitman, we see a little pond. I said, Sam, I'm going in. I have to go in. I go in the water. It felt great. What a beautiful landscape. And I get out, and Sam turns to me. He says, I read that sign over there. It says, don't go in the water. There's bacteria, and it can cause sickness. And I said, Sam, you got to be kidding me. It was a funny moment in Elevation Nation history because I'm like freaking out in my head. I don't think I talked to you, Sam, for like an hour. I'm in the car.
I haven't
like
seen you that rattled in a while. You were rattled, dude.
I was scared. I mean, like,
I was crying.
It literally said warning, like, don't go in the water. But it also said swim at your own risk. So it was like kind of weird. Thankfully, Elevation Nation, it's been 5 days, and so I think I'm good, knock on wood. But that moment, I was a little freaked out. And you know what? Sam didn't even have to say anything. If he didn't say anything, I wouldn't have known. It would have been great. Just would have been gone.
I wanted to say something.
Yeah, well, he freaked me out for a good hour or day.
It was hilarious. Oh, silly Parker. That was a very Parker moment. Just like, dude, this is beautiful. I don't care where we are. I'm just whatever. Sending it, which I love. I respect. I think we get that from our friend Miles. But in that moment, I got to have the last laugh as the boring one that follows rules because you got some gross ass bacteria disease. So jokes on Parker. Sam finally wins.
Fake news. Maybe my immune system's good. I didn't get any bacteria. I think, long story short, just so people know, I think this sign was put up a couple years ago and they never took it down. I looked on the state website. It was, there was no algae bloom. There was no issue, no like warning anymore. The water was perfectly clear. So, I mean, that's a plus. Or maybe I'm just telling myself these stories.
Whatever you got to do to
feel
get by.
better. Yeah.
After that, we drove to Camp Ramaka. And Parker, I was, a little nervous going in. I'm not going to lie. We pulled up. We have a very good relationship with two of the camp directors there, Daniel and Devin. We love them. But it's an all-girls camp. I was like, is our story going to resonate? Are they going to be like, who are these two frat bros coming in to talk about mindset? We pull up to the camp finally after 3.5 hours of driving. Beautiful drive, by the way. If you ever get a chance to go to the Northeast, do it. We pull up, and there's literally like 100 girls getting on a bus to go to dinner at their brother camp down the road, Greylock. And I'm like, what did we just get ourselves into? Lucky enough, Daniel, Devin, and some of the staff, we went and we had some meetings, an incredible meal together, and then we got to meet with their leadership team. And we got the opportunity to just hang out, learn about them, learn about their lives. They came from all over the world. They learned about us, and we just shared some laughs and some jokes, and that really helped us understand the Ramaka culture, which I thought was really important for the next day when we got to elevate, do 2 mental motto sessions with all of their staff. And it was beautiful. It was so incredible. We made some lasting friends. I only wish we got more time to hang out with the crew there at Ramaka. But I hope that we will be back at some point soon. We had great bunks too. Parker and I each got a private room. It was great. I didn't have to stare at him. It was really lovely.
It was lovely. And then the sessions were great, very intimate. What a beautiful camp. Really great. Yeah. We drove back. Sam stayed the evening. And we dropped our car off. We went to Goose at MSG, which was sweet, so fun. I was exhausted, but the music kept me going. We literally got home at like 2 a.m. We took an Uber from New York City back to Marlboro, where we're staying. Wake up the next day, do Father's Day. We're exhausted. We actually got foot massages, which was good. I like that. That was a good move. I slept the whole time, which was kind of funny. Woke up the next day, back to IHC, another 3 hours there. Thought it was an exceptional session, very fun, just so good to be back with great people. Obviously, I went to camp there, spending time with Joel and Lauren and Maddie and the team. So good. And just like they have such a great culture. We felt it elevated with them, and then drove back yesterday 3 hours. Sam, you had a little bit of a train issue. We figured it out. We used our mental fortitude and our critical thinking to get Sam on a train because he was scared he was going to miss it. And now we're here. Thousands of miles later, driven or flown. We elevated thousands of people. We did probably 15 or 16 different gigs at 9 different places. And the social media has been rolling. Elevation Nation's feeling momentum. But, man, I can't wait for a break. And that's what we're going to do next week. We're going to just take a break and take it all in and reflect.
Are we? I don't want a break. I want to keep going.
We can keep going, but not like we don't have like, oh, we got a tour. We got to press. No, you know what I mean?
We're going to keep pushing in other ways from content game. I think we've seen the benefits of that in creating authentic content. And yeah, just trying to find more places that want to hear our message. It's going to be really exciting for us. Parker and I have a great week off. I will be in Chicago, back home at my alma mater, the one and only Stevenson High School, with some dear friends. I'm looking forward to that experience. Parker will be at the beach with his family and his beautiful wife. Mrs. Elevation Nation deserves a shout out. Jessica, we appreciate you. Jager family, thank you for hosting me for so many nights and so many days. Until next year's Elevate Your Mindset tour, we're signing off. Peace, Elevation Nation.
We're going to record an episode next week, Elevation Nation, just so you know. We're not signing off for a year. We'll be back next week.
Oh.
Later.
Yeah. Sorry. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in to Elevation Nation. If you enjoyed our conversation, hit that subscribe button to get notified when we release a new episode. If you would like to join Elevation Nation or get more information about the nation, please visit our website at www.elevationnation.io. Until next week, Elevation Nation, peace.